better smile. Remember, we're trying to run away from good to be great, and the only way you're going to do that is to practice and play every down the way it's supposed to be played, and every snap, no matter who's in there. And yeah, I know I'm a miserable bastard, so I apologize. Yes.
Coach, you've coached for a long time. Have you ever seen things like that, the weather-wise? Have you ever played in a game, coached in a game that was like that?
Well, I wasn't down on the field, so I just could see it coming down. It appeared to be very windy, and there was a lot of rain coming down. And I think the first 3 times the poor kid tried to throw the ball, I don't even know if the ball left, it kind of went backwards, right, or something. I couldn't really see it because I was watching the other stuff down the field. But I guess I'd say that one game we'd like to forget about, back in about 1983 here in Autzen Stadium, the last 0-0 tie, Oregon versus Oregon State. It'll never happen again because you can't have a tie anymore. Those conditions were pretty miserable. But I don't know if it was as windy.
Coach, you talk about running from good to great. Your defense forces 5 turnovers in the first 5 possessions. At what point do you start calling that great?
If we don't get a pass interference and score on defense on that interception, that would have been closer to great. And if we don't have 12 men on the field when we recover a fumble, that would have been closer to great. So, I mean, I apologize. I said this before. If I have a fault, and Rob, I apologize to you too, because you probably think I'm out of my mind, and I am, okay? The bottom line is, if you want to be a great team, an elite team, you do everything right, you do everything as perfect as you can, so that if you fall short of that, you're pretty close to being perfect. And I didn't like the way that thing ended. It was really sloppy. And we're getting closer. We're going to work on some things. We'll have a good talk on Monday about fixing some of that stuff.
Coach Frost is in the back if anybody's looking for him. Any more questions?
Nick, you may have addressed this already, but earlier in the week you said that you were pretty concerned about their passing game. What did you like about your secondary and how they performed, and maybe what didn't you like?
Well, the great thing was that we didn't give up but one play over 33, one explosion play. I think they had one completion for 33 yards when we ran an all-out blitz. Bad call by the coordinator. And then they had one 17-yard completion, and then they had a run of 10 yards. So we talked about this before. Whenever you don't give up explosion plays and you make a team have to drive it, that ups your chances to winning this, especially when you have an offense like we have, and our offense is just fantastic. You know, we score, and yeah, there was a lot of good things,
You guys have been not only good, but you seem very focused. Are you that much better than the teams you're playing, or is there a level of focus that you guys are finding?
Well, I don't know if I can answer that quite yet, John, but I'm going to do the best I can. I think our offense is that good. I think they're that good. I think they're just unbelievable. I don't know if I've ever seen an offense execute the way we do. And how about Braylon Addison, those punt returns? That second run, I think he ran 500 yards to go 70 on a return. It was incredible. Our offense is fantastic. Our defense is playing good enough to keep us in the game. And once we address some of those issues that, like I said, we will on Monday, then, hopefully we'll get closer to where we want to be. But so far, I really come back to this. I thought tonight we're going to be tested. It probably wasn't fair because they weren't able to throw the ball. I don't think anybody was able to throw the ball like they wanted to. This team was averaging 400-something yards a game passing. They threw for 178 or something like that tonight in 44 attempts. I take that every day. And So I don't know if we've been tested still. But I like it that way. Hopefully it keeps going that way.